astrology.com. Thanks for joining me today. This is my astrological take on August 2021. But remember, we all have free will. I am just giving you my take on the month of August 2021. You make your own decisions what you feel you want to do. So we start off on the 8th of August with our first new moon, and the new moon is in Leo. So this is a new year for all Leos. So happy new year, Leo. It is at 16 degrees of Leo, 14 minutes. And we actually have it at 6:50 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So this is your new start, Leo, right? We have Uranus squaring the moon and the sun. So there may be some enlightenment that is actually happening for especially Leos at this new moon that puts you on a new path, perhaps even unexpectedly. Now, for Leos and others, like the collective, we could have some kind of shake-up happening here. When we look at a square from Uranus to the moon and the sun, it's just saying there's going to be some big shake-up. And I thought perhaps this could indicate an earthquake or some act of nature happening at this time. But you know, it could also be that we as a collective, as humankind, gets shaken up and, you know, enlightened. Or at least some of us, or more of us, become enlightened at this time. But the square says we have to incorporate this, and it may not be that easy to do. So whatever does happen as unexpected at this time to you individually, know that it's for your best good, that Uranus is actually trying to change things for you in a positive way. It's just that when it happens, sometimes it just doesn't seem like it's positive, but it will be. We have Mercury in Leo, which is widely going to be conjunct this moon and the sun. So information is going to be important with regards to that enlightenment or shake-up at this new moon. We have Venus now in Virgo is opposite to Neptune in Pisces. So, you know, both of these planets are kind of dreamy and love. One's a higher love and one's more of a lower love. But generally speaking, this aspect is speaking to love. And because it's in opposition, it really is saying that some of those rose-colored glasses may fall off at this time. So this is like the beginning of August. So it could also be maybe we will have something like the love that came into our life. You may see them slightly differently, where maybe some facts come to light that make you think, is this of use to me? Is this practical? That's the other thing too. A Venus in Virgo is more a practical Venus when it comes to love. So it could be that. Now, from more of a mundane standpoint, it could be that Venus represents our money, right? And that we have to all be practical about our money and not to have these illusions about where we're really at. But I would say more so it is an aspect of love and having a better understanding of the love that we have in our life and the true facts that are surrounding it. And I guess truth is probably a big word as well with this aspect. We have a nice aspect though of Saturn, which is trining the north nodes in Gemini. And I like this because Saturn is saying for all your hard work, I'm going to help you set up some new structures that are going to get you on that destiny path that you want to be on. So I think that's a very nice, useful and practical way to build our structures around, you know, our dreams, where we want to go, what we want to be. We have Mars also in Virgo, and it will be squaring the north and south nodes of the moon in Sagittarius, or Gemini and Sagittarius respectively. So this again is saying, I want to give you some energy with regards to getting you on the path that you want to be on, but because it's a square, there may be some delay. So this new moon may herald the beginning of an understanding of a new chapter in your life, especially as creating something creative or you expressing your authentic self. More than anything else, I always see Leo as the ultimate expression of who I am. Am I being authentic? So with that in mind, and then having this square, there may be some practical reasons or some facts that you have to put together that have to be incorporated before you can move forward to finally becoming your authentic self. Or before you finally put that final seal on where you want to go with a creative project. It could be an artistic project as well, and or your love life, you know. Love is very much associated with Leo. So it could be that there's just some obstacles to overcome at this new moon, even though it's obvious to you that this is a new start for yourself. Okay. On the 19th of August, we have Uranus going retrograde, and it'll go retrograde at 14 degrees of Taurus. So see if that is in your chart, because this could herald also a time period where maybe there might be some delays of some sort, or some false starts. Uranus still operates, though. It can still shake us up and wake us up and bring in change that we need. But the retrograde may make it a little quieter, and maybe even a little more easy to assimilate the changes to. On the 22nd of August, we have our full moon, and that will be in Aquarius. 29 Aquarius, 37 minutes at 5:03 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We will have the sun will be at 29 degrees of Leo. And that's of interest to me because that sun will be close to where the new moon total eclipse happened in Leo at 28 degrees Leo, 53 minutes on the 21st of August 2017. So this is an activation of that eclipse. So maybe think back. Now that would have been, you know, because it's a total eclipse, a new moon back in 2017, I would say the effect can be for quite a few months. It doesn't have to be exactly on the 21st of August 2017. We'll just can say maybe August, September time. What new things came up for you that you made big changes for, or things that left your life or came into your life, or both? There will be some culmination, because this is a full moon. There'll be a culmination of whatever it was that happened around that time, whatever that was activated. So look for the significance by looking back to what the new start was. There will be some kind of tie-up at this time. Now, it's a tie-up for sure, because it's at the 29th degree. When you have something happening at the 29th degree of any sign, it's called a critical degree. Well, so is 0 degrees, but this is 29 degrees. And it's a tie-up. It's a culmination too, 29 degrees. So it's kind of tying up that Aquarian energy, which may have been, maybe this was a time period where you were, you know, reaching out to many, where you were individualizing what you were doing, that you were trying to appeal to many people. And that may have happened. You may have done whatever it was, say, a creative project of some sort that you were doing that was to appeal to many. Or that you got out to, say, the collective through maybe videos, say even the YouTube videos, on the internet, even on something like news media, that type of thing. Well, that's going to now be put to bed and come to a conclusion. And so look forward to that. I would say it's some kind of creative project. It could also be a love that was in your life. Maybe you make a decision to get married at this time, that somebody you met in 2017 becomes very meaningful to you, and you decide to take a step in a different direction and get married. And or, of course, you could go the opposite direction and decide that this isn't for you. Leave some comments for those that had something significant happen around the 2017, the 21st of August. I'd be interested to hear from you. So we're also going to have Mercury in Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces. So this to me says certainly there's going to be a big reveal of information. And because it's in Virgo, Virgo always speaks to practical things, but Virgo also says, is this of use to me? So we're going to be able to see the truth in something and ask ourselves, is this of use to me? And I think this has something to do with the media, because we've got Neptune in Pisces there, opposing that whole Mercury. I really think that this is going to be, something's going to come up in the media that maybe was not clear to us, or that basically wasn't the truth. And it gets revealed, finally. And of course, Venus and Mars have been cavorting together most of July and August in some way, either together as a conjunction or just widely in orb with each other. So it's one of the reasons I said that I thought the summer of 2021 was going to be a summer of love, because we have the two planets of love, Venus and Mars together for 2 months. And I like that. So this could just see an extending of maybe a love relationship, but looking at it from more practical eyes, taking off those rose-colored glasses and saying, is this relationship of use to me? And maybe seeing it from a more practical standpoint, from the Virgo standpoint, saying, is this a practical thing for me to be doing right now? And so those questions may come up also around this full moon, and some decisions may be made. Mercury will be trining Uranus. Uranus is retrograde. So this basically just says, enlightenment, This could just be Mercury thoughts in our head, where we get some kind of downloads from the universe individually to maybe have some unique ideas come out. But with the retrograde, we may not be able to move forward with them. But also, I thought with this whole retrograde Uranus, that maybe the information will come in, in spurts, as opposed to if Uranus was forward or direct and giving us the whole download right there and then. It might be nicer to have it coming at us in spurts where we can absorb and consolidate the information. So that's how I see that. Mercury trining Uranus working out around this full moon in Aquarius. We also have Mercury going to be conjuncting Mars in Virgo, and I took this more as perhaps sobering news, because I would say that a Mars in Virgo is a little more sobering. It wants to move forward, but it wants to move forward in a practical way. And so I say something that we learn is going to allow us to take some practical action, and maybe that news will be sobering news, but the action will be practical, perhaps to collect more information, because the Mars in Virgo will be wanting to do that, to collect information, and to kind of have that stamina. So the Mars is the stamina, and the Virgo will be the facts, the stamina to collect the facts and reveal them. Well, we end the 25th of August with an exact opposition of that transit I spoke about earlier, and that's Mercury opposite Neptune. So it could be right around that 25th of August as something gets ripped off, that veil is ripped off, and maybe individually we get to see the truth of something. And on a collective level, as I said, maybe something's going to come up in the media where we're going to more clearly see the truth in some matter that maybe was portrayed in a different way before. Well, I'm sending everybody lots of love. I'm also sending you lots of happiness surrounding whatever love you have in your life. And I will be coming back to do my extended video, and I decided I'm going to do it on Mars and Venus. I just thought that might be of interest to some of my viewers. These are the two planets of love, especially when they're together. And I will certainly give some information with regards to the most significant Mars-Venus conjunction I thought this year, which was of course in Leo, because Leo is very much about love and being your authentic self. But I'll cover other signs as well, and I'll certainly go into your ascendant and sun signs for you individually. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys, please take care of yourself. I'm thinking positively of everyone, and I will see you in my extended video, and then after that I will see you in my September forecast for 2021. Take care, and bye for now.